just going to look here right now at solving linear equations. Okay, so we're going to do two different linear equations, one without fractions and one with fractions, just so you see the different methods involved. So here we have 10 bracket x plus 5 minus 4 bracket x plus 2 equals 6. And basically when you're asked to solve something, you basically want to find a solution. Okay, so in this case here we basically need, or we've been asked to find out what is x equal to in this particular case. Okay, and linear means it doesn't have x squareds, so if we plotted this it would be a straight line, so that's why it's a line. So x to the power 1 basically is the highest power we have here. An equation then is something basically where you have an equals. So this is a linear equation. So we're going to solve that basically by finding out what x is. So basically we need to gather all the x's together and try and then leave x on its own. So because we have x's inside brackets here, they're kind of locked into those brackets, and we're here, this x locked inside this bracket, so we're going to have to multiply out the brackets to break the bracket apart. So you multiply 10 by x, which is 10x, 10 multiplied by plus 5, which is plus 50. We have minus 4 by x, which is minus 4x, and we have minus 4 by plus 2, which is minus 8, equals 6. So basically we've released the x's kind of from their bracket prison, if you like, and then we're going to kind of try and bring like terms together. So as you can see there, 10x and minus 4x are like terms. Okay, they have the same variable. So 10x take away 4x, you have 10 of them, you want to take away 4 of them, that leaves us with 6x, 6 x's. And then we also have like terms there where we have the plus 50 and the minus 8. Okay, plus 50 take away 8 is plus 42. Now I'm always really careful when I'm doing these underlining or thing. I always underline the sign as well in front. Okay, so see the way I've made sure I've brought the minus with the 4x, because they're all 1. Okay, the minus is attached to the 4, which is attached to the x. Okay, so that's considered to be one term. The 50 and the plus are together, that's one term. The minus and the 8 are together, minus 8. Okay, very different than plus 8. Okay, if you plotted minus 8 and plus 8 on a number line, there'd be 16 spaces apart on the number line. So we have 6x plus 42 equals 6. Okay, so now that we've only one term here that has an x in it, but we have two terms here that are constants, so we want to gather them together. Okay, now ultimately basically we want to have down here somewhere x equals something. So really we're basically trying to strip away everything that's not x. So how are we going to remove this plus 42 from beside the x? Then we look at how is it attached to the x. It's attached to the x through addition, and anytime you're trying to remove that, you do the inverse operation. So the opposite of addition is subtraction. So I'm going to subtract 42 from this side, and because it's an equation I have to do the same to the other side. Okay, just to keep everything even. Alright, so if you think of this as kind of a weighing scales, or scales with a left and a right side, I can't do one thing to the other side and not do the other, otherwise it'll just be imbalanced. Okay, so to keep everything in balance we do the exact same thing to both sides, so subtract 42 from both sides. So the effect of that basically is 6x plus 42 minus 42 leaves us with just 6x, because plus 42 minus 42 is 0. So we have 6x on the left, and we have 6 minus 42 on the right hand side, which is minus 36. Alright, so we have 6x equals minus 36, and we'll just kind of bring them a bit closer together here in the middle. 6x equals minus 36. So again, we look and say, okay, I'm trying to get x by itself because I want to find out what it is on its own. Unfortunately, right now we have a 6 stuck to it. And again, you're thinking, okay, well, how is the 6 attached to the x? The 6 is attached by multiplication. 6 multiplied by x. That's what 6x means. So what's the inverse or opposite operation of multiplication? That's division. So again, to break that multiplication, that attachment that the 6 and the x have, I do the opposite, which is divide by 6. And again, to keep the balance both sides, I divide the right hand side by 6. So we have 6x divided by 6, which leaves us with just x, or if you wish, 1x. And then minus 36 divided by 6 is minus 6. So our solution is x equals minus 6. So that is how we've solved this particular linear equation. And I'm going to do a part 2 on another video, basically showing you how to solve a linear equation that involves fractions.